Hey guys, as you guys already know, I am about to set up a new 10-gallon tank for a royal blue colony, and in this new 10-gallon I will be using an HMF filter. Actually, it's going to be a Corner HMF filter, and HMF stands for Hamburger Mattenfilter, which is really just a very large sponge filter that works great for shrimp tanks. So today I'm going to show you guys how to install one. And this is what a Corner HMF looks like. It just sits nicely in the back corner of the tank and isn't intrusive at all. I prefer these over just the regular sponge filters because I personally think that the regular sponge filters look really ugly because they're so bulky and they don't look natural at all. With the Corner HMF, it kind of just looks like it blends in with the background. And that pretty much prevents your tank from looking super messy with a bunch of equipment. So to install a Corner HMF, you're going to need a few things. The first is 2 aquarium safe panels cut in the height of your tank and a sponge. And this actually comes in a kit on SwissTropicals.com. This is where I got this, and they make it really easy in that they custom cut the brackets and the foam for you as long as you give them the dimensions of your tank. And this was just the easiest route for me because I tried to do it myself and find the pieces separately, and it was just way too much work. I didn't know where to get anything, and it just didn't work out. So I ended up going with Swiss Tropicals and I got the 40 ppi port foam, and they recommend at least 2 inches, so this is a 2-inch foam. And then they cut these glass brackets for me very, very nicely that fits perfectly in my 10-gallon tank. The kit also comes with a PVC tube with an airline connection, and I totally forgot this underneath the counter, but you're gonna need this too. You're gonna need a pump that is the correct strength for the size of your tank and airline tubing. Next, you're gonna need some aquarium safe silicone, a tape measure, and I always like to keep a paper towel handy just in case I need to wipe the silicone off my fingers. Oh yes, and scissors. You're definitely going to need scissors. So first you have to figure out where you want your Corner HMF. Do you want it on the left side or the right side? And you want the back part of the tank facing you. So this is the side I decided to be the back part of the tank, and I actually want mine on the left side, but that means that it will be installed on the right side because when I turn it over, it will be on the left side. So once you've determined where you want it to go, you are going to turn the tank so that it's on its side. And again, this is the back of the tank right here. I'm going to install it on the right side because I want it to appear on the left when I turn it over. So the instructions on the website say that you are supposed to clean the area with cleaning ethanol diluted with water, but I don't have that. So what I did was I just took a wet paper towel and then I wiped the area down, and then I took a dry paper towel and then I dried it off. And that's it. That's what I did. Now the next thing you want to do is measure how far away the brackets need to be from the corner of the tank. And the website makes it really easy in that it sells the kit by inches. So there's a 5-inch kit, a 6-inch kit, and a 7-inch kit, but if you need something bigger, I am sure they will be more than happy to accommodate you. I actually chose the 5-inch kit for my 10 gallons, so I am just going to use the tape measure and measure 5 inches from the corner of the tank. Now the instructions also tell you to mark with a permanent marker on the outside of the tank so that you know where to put the bracket, but the tank is on its side right now, and I'm not too keen on putting permanent marker on my tank, even though I know it's really easy to remove, but I'm more of an eyeball kind of person, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. Actually, what I'm really doing is leaving the tape measure out like this and then using the end as my marker. Now before you even put glue on this bad boy, you want to make sure that it fits inside your tank. So you want to do a dry fit, and it looks like this fits perfectly inside of the tank. And they do cut it a 1/4 inch shorter than the measurement you give them, just to give you some room. So if it is a little bit shorter, if it doesn't hit the end, then you want to move the panel closer to the top of the tank. You just want to make sure that it's hitting the top. It doesn't matter if it's hitting the bottom, because there will be substrate there. Next, you want to apply the glue on the short side. Then you're going to attach it to the side of the tank. And again, I totally just eyeball this. You want to hold this down for about a minute. Also, you want to make sure that this end is pushed all the way to the top of the tank. After it's been sitting for a minute, I like to apply another layer of silicone on each side, just to help hold it. After I've applied silicone to both sides, I am going to use my finger to swipe down each side to create clean seams. Now the wait begins. You want to let the first bracket set for about 6 hours before you try to install the second bracket, otherwise you might risk moving it or messing it up. And you want to keep it in a place safe from pets or children, because otherwise this will happen. Why are you in the tank, Remy? Seriously? Can you not? So what I did was I very carefully turned the tank around so that this side is the bottom of the tank, so that my cat can't get inside. My eyeball skills are way too good. After you've let it dry for at least 6 hours, what you want to do is turn it on its other side and install the other panel. And then leave it for about 36 to 48 hours to completely dry. After 2 days, the silicone should be completely dry, and at that point you can install the sponge part of the filter. And the way you do that is you just wedge it along one side or one panel, and then you'll bend the sponge so that it fits inside the other panel. Next, what you want to do is use a pair of scissors to cut a small section in the center where you will install the PVC tube. And you want to do this while the sponge is installed, because if you do it before it's installed, then when you bend it, the hole will be way too big. So the way I do that is I place the PVC tube where I want it to go, and then use my scissors to cut along each side of the tube. Then I wedge the scissors through the 2 slits that I had cut, and then cut that section out and place the PVC tube in. So you're pretty much done at this point. The last thing you want to do is to install the airline tubing. And the way you do that is you just connect it to this little, I guess, adapter here, and then just plug the tube in to that. And that's it. And then you'll just place it back into the filter. The airline tubing then gets connected to the air pump right here, and this one is the Tetra Whisperer 20 that I'm going to be sharing between the 2 10 gallons. And once you plug it in, it's pretty much good to go. And you want to make sure you don't plug in your air pump before you have water in your tank, otherwise it's just pushing out air. But at this point, you can pretty much put in whatever you want behind the filter, like if you have a heater or filter media or a thermometer or whatever else that you can fit back there. Just put it in before you set up the tank and you're good to go. And this is what the end result will look like. It's very sleek and clean, and I just love the way it looks. It's also got a huge surface area for biofilm and beneficial bacteria to grow on. So this pretty much ensures that your shrimp will have a constant source of food, and any toxins will be removed really quickly. And that, my friends, is how you install a Corner HMF filter. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment below, and if you enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great Easter Sunday.